Welcome to Feline J's, where every paw has a story and every cat has something to say. From the quiet little taps to the moments that melt your heart, we uncover the hidden world of cats, their emotions, their secrets, and the deep bond they share with you. If you've ever wondered what your cat is really thinking, you're in the right place. This isn't just a channel. It's a place for every cat lover who knows cats don't just live with us, they choose us. Subscribe and start seeing your cat differently.
The Great Species Gap. Do you actually show your cat you love them every day? You probably think you do. You buy the premium, grain-free kibble, the $100 automated laser toy, and you spend your evenings trying to snuggle them on the couch. But here is the cold, hard truth that most owners, even the most dedicated ones, don't realize. Most of the ways we show love to our cats mean absolutely nothing to them. Worse yet, some of the things you do daily, thinking you're being an incredible pet parent, might actually be the very things causing your cat to feel stressed, guarded, or even distant. We have to understand that humans and cats evolved in completely different social structures. Humans are primates. We are social, physical, and vocal. We show love through hugs, kisses, and constant chatter. Cats, however, are descendants of the Felis libica, the African wildcat. They are solitary hunters. To them, a hug can feel like being trapped by a predator. A direct stare can feel like a death threat. In this masterclass, we are going to close that communication gap. I'm going to walk you through 7 tiny 1-minute habits that are backed by feline behavior science. These aren't just tips, they are the keys to unlocking a cat's heart. By the time we reach habit number 7, the secret grooming spot, you will understand how to trigger a chemical bonding response in your cat that is more powerful than any treat. So, grab your cat, or just watch from a distance for now, and let's learn how to speak the silent language of the feline. Section 2. Habit number 1. The science of cat-directed speech. Let's start with the one habit that makes most people feel a little bit ridiculous in public: talking to your cat like a baby. You know the voice, that high-pitched, soft, exaggerated tone we use when we see something incredibly cute. We call it baby talk, but in the scientific community, it's known as cat-directed speech. For years, people thought cats were indifferent to our voices. We've all seen the memes. Dogs have masters, cats have staff. We assume they're just ignoring us. But in 2022, a groundbreaking study from the University of Paris changed everything. Researchers played recordings of owners speaking in 2 different ways: adult-directed speech, the way you talk to your boss or a waiter, and cat-directed speech. The results were stunning. When the cats heard their owners speaking in a normal, flat adult voice, they showed 0 reaction. Their ears didn't twitch, their pupils didn't dilate, nothing. They treated it as background noise, like a humming refrigerator. But the moment the owner's voice shifted into that high-pitched, melodic baby tone, the cat's brains lit up. They turned their heads toward the speakers, their ears perked up, and they even moved closer to the sound. Why does this happen? Evolutionarily, cats have ears tuned to high frequencies, the sounds of mice and birds. A deep, booming human voice can actually be intimidating or simply go unheard as a social signal. When you raise your pitch, you are literally tuning your voice to a frequency that your cat's brain prioritizes. The action plan. Don't be embarrassed. Your cat needs to hear that ridiculous voice to know that your communication is meant for them. The greeting. Every time you enter a room, say their name in a soft, rising tone. The narrative. Talk to them while you cook or clean. It builds a sonic environment of safety. The safe frequency. Use this high-pitched tone specifically during feeding and petting to associate the high-pitched tone with positive rewards. Section 3. The slow blink, the nonverbal soul bond. If voice is the frequency of love, then the eyes are the gateway to trust. Habit number 2 is the slow blink. In the human world, eye contact is a sign of confidence and honesty. In the feline world, a prolonged, unblinking stare is the ultimate act of aggression. If you stare at a cat without blinking, you are telling them, "I am a predator and I am tracking you." This is why many cats tend to gravitate toward the one person in the room who isn't looking at them, the person with the cat allergy who is trying to stay away. That person is the only one not threatening them with their eyes. In 2020, researchers at the University of Sussex and the University of Portsmouth confirmed that the slow blink is a universal sign of peace among cats. By slowly closing and opening your eyes, you are performing a vulnerability ritual. You are saying, "I trust you enough to close my eyes in your presence, and I am not a threat to you." How to master the slow blink. It's more than just closing your eyes. It's a 3-step process. The catch. Wait until your cat is relaxed and looking in your direction. Don't force the stare. The melt. Let your eyelids drop slowly. Think of it as a 2-second shutting down of a camera lens. The reveal. Keep them closed for 1 second, then slowly open them and look slightly to the side. When your cat blinks back, you have just had a conversation in their native tongue. It's the feline equivalent of a deep, meaningful hug. Make this a habit every single time you lock eyes with your cat. Over time, this lowers their cortisol, the stress hormone, and reinforces that your home is a sanctuary. Section 4. From boring toy to real prey. Most cat owners are actually boring hunters, and their cats are suffering because of it. We buy a feather wand, wave it in a circle for 30 seconds, and when the cat doesn't move, we say, "Oh, he just doesn't like to play." The truth? You aren't playing, you're just waving a stick. Cats are obligate carnivores and apex predators. Their entire brain is a hunting computer. Their happiness is directly tied to a cycle called the predatory sequence: stalk, chase, pounce, kill, eat, groom, sleep. When you wave the toy directly in their face, you are breaking the sequence. A mouse would never run towards a cat. A bird would never fly directly into a predator's paws. By moving the toy towards the cat, you are confusing their instincts. The pro-hunter strategy. The hide. Make the toy disappear behind a couch or under a rug. Let just the tip of the feather peek out. This triggers the stalk phase. The dart. Move the toy away from the cat in quick, erratic bursts. The freeze. Occasionally stop the toy. Cats are motion sensitive. The freeze makes them focus and prepare for the pounce. The reward. Always end the play session with a treat or a meal. This completes the sequence, allowing their brain to release dopamine and finally relax into a deep sleep. So, if you give your cat 10 minutes of real hunting every day, they will stop seeing you as a roommate and start seeing you as their most important social partner. Section 5. The art of parallel play. One of the most misunderstood aspects of cat love is the concept of shared space. As humans, we think if we're not touching, we're not bonding. But in the cat world, simply being in the same room is a massive compliment. Cats are very protective of their personal bubble. When a cat chooses to sit on the other side of the room while you watch TV, they aren't being antisocial. They're practicing parallel play. In a colony of bonded cats, you'll often see them sleeping several feet apart. They're not touching, but they are oriented towards each other. This is a sign of total security. The daily habit. Stop chasing your cat for cuddles. Instead, practice passive bonding. Go into the room where your cat is, sit down, and do your own thing. Read a book, work on your laptop, or meditate. Ignore them completely. This zero-pressure environment is intoxicating for a cat. When they realize you're not going to grab them or force interaction, their curiosity will take over. Eventually, that 3-foot gap will turn into 2 feet, then 1 foot, and finally, they will be the ones choosing to sit on your lap. Remember, a cat's love is a gift that must be volunteered, never demanded.